How's it going, guys? So welcome to video 3 of my meta builds videos, and today we're going to be going up against the Illuminate. So the loadout is going to be the Laser, the 500, and the Gatling and the Machine Gun Sentries, as you can see there. I'm going to add the Vitality Enhancement Booster. Now the Eruptor was actually the primary weapon, which I switched to the STA Assault Rifle, which is from the latest Killzone Warbond. So the reason I switched from the Eruptor to that is because I don't think the Eruptor would do me too much good against a whole bunch of chaff and the Overseers, especially the flying Overseers. So just like the bug video, I did make one concession, and that is with that weapon. But everything else is, or was the most popular pick for the Illuminates when I made this video. Okay, so we landed here, and as the build, or the most popular build, doesn't have any support weapon, I've picked up the EAT there, and I'm going to be on the lookout for a machine gun further along in the mission. Hopefully I'll find one of those. I am recording the voiceover after the fact, so I know the answer to that one already. But you guys will have to wait and find out.
There's something here.
Okay, so just tagging the outpost on the map there. I'm going to go and clear that out. I believe the armor passive was the Siege Ready, which is always a good pick against the Illuminate. Gives you those extra rounds, and certainly is going to be needed with the STA Assault Rifle. So just pinging the Cognitive Disruptor there, so make sure I know where that is on the map. And yeah, I really do actually enjoy the STA Assault Rifle in general. I just really like the feel of the gun, and I often bring it for Illuminate missions anyway. Okay, so the Thermites are going to come in handy for the ships in the outposts. So stick one on him there. Decide to pick up the railgun, which probably is not going to do me any good against the Illuminate. But I thought it might be better than the one shot of the EAT, so I'll pick it up. But also, I don't think there's any ammo in it. Okay, so ultimatum for that guy. That takes him out, and then another ultimatum for the third one, and that's the outpost cleared. Or the encampment, they're called, I think. Okay, so this is, as I said, I changed to the STA because I really didn't think the Eruptor would be, the mission probably wouldn't be that viable with just the Eruptor. So Eagle 500 down onto the drop. Gatling Sentry out. So total of 46 kills there, and that's probably a combination of the Eagle 500 plus the Gatling shredding.
That's called democracy.
So far so good with the build. It is fairly kind of balanced, I'd say. The only thing obviously it is lacking is the support weapon and something, perhaps to take out the Stingrays, the interlopers, are they called? I think they're called interlopers or Stingrays. So the Gatling Sentry actually can take them down if it locks onto it, if it targets the Stingray, but you don't really want to leave that to chance. So I dropped the railgun there because I've realised it's pretty useless. Get some supplies. Oh, yeah, so if you check the channel, guys, you'll see that I've done 2 other meta builds. One for the bots and then one for the bugs. This is the 3rd in the kind of mini series, I guess. And obviously this is the Illuminate, so take care of the Triumvirate. I did make one concession on the bug front as well. I changed Thermites to gas grenades, which really helped with that video. But the bots was just full meta. And if you're wondering where the information's coming from, it's an app called Helldive.live, which gives you up-to-date stats and information on who's picking what against what fronts, and that covers armors, it covers weapons, and it covers stratagems. I think the only thing it doesn't cover is boosters, if I remember rightly. Okay, so moving towards the cognitive disruptor there. Obviously knew that was coming in, so I had the Gatling take care of that. Fired at it so it would come towards me and not the sentry.
There's something here.
So I always like to get a sentry down when I'm approaching the cognitive disruptor, and even when I'm playing this mission, without being forced into using certain stratagems, I do always take either the machine gun or the Gatling Sentry, 9 times out of 10. Just checking for some supplies there. Not much doing, but pick up a couple of ammo boxes. Shred these guys at the feet. Takes them down so they stop chasing you up. Chucking a laser here because I still don't have a support weapon at this point. I'm hoping the laser is going to do a lot of damage for me there. Really, I'm hoping it's going to completely solo boxes that you need to destroy in order to disable the disruptor. I'm not actually sure if the laser targets those boxes or not, but it certainly doesn't seem to be doing it there. But it has cleared out a bit of the area for me. Okay, so 3 of the 4 are done, looking at the top right there, so perhaps it did. So again, hoping the 500 would finish the last one off for me, but no dice. So when I go, that last one out.
For prosperity. Deploying sentry. How'd you like the taste of freedom?
So there's a drop there, so just restock with these supplies. Got the Gatling Sentry down there, or maybe the machine gun, I can't quite tell there. I try to thermite him. Obviously it's not going to do any damage to him until it explodes, so he clattered into me. So I'm on the move now. Thermite for that ship. Bit of damage there. Have a couple of supplies. These are getting a little hairy at this point. So, bit of a pallet cleanser with the old Ultimatum. Sentry down. So yeah, sentries really do come in clutch for the old solo missions against the Illuminate. Normally I would take one of the sentries and possibly the bullet guard dog. I find the bullet guard dog is really clutch as well. Yeah, death by explosion of the car there, I think. Dropping me off on the complete opposite side of where I was, but no matter, managed to take that spire out and possibly finish off the last of the chips. Was that? No, maybe not. Oh yeah. Okay, so grabbed some supplies and some stims. As you see, I picked up the machine gun there, which is what I wanted. Not sure why the barrel is red because I haven't shot it at all yet, but never mind. So thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to go and get the vehicle there, because that will help me get across the map quite quickly. But get another drop, so 500 in there for them with a turret outside, so they'll funnel into that little alley that I came out of. So it's always good if you can find a little funnel spot. The enemies just start running out towards it, or towards the sentry, or towards you, and then obviously they can only come out a few at a time rather than all at once.
Say hello to democracy.
Another turret down. I've still got the remains of that drop coming after me, I think. So I'm going back to that vehicle because I want to be able to grab the box later on and just drive around, save a bit of time.
How'd you like the taste of freedom? Tagging map.
Off we go. And then immediately turn the corner into a whole heap of shit. Getting a bit of a pickle. Thought I could power through there. Don't want to be sitting in there too long while I get absolutely shredded. So I decided to abandon the FRV. So that was short-lived. So that's how not to do it, boys and girls. So yeah, you can see the reason for the switch to the STA assault rifle. I think it's called the STA 52 or something like that. Can't remember now the full name of it. But it's a pretty sweet weapon. I did have a quick look earlier on whereabouts it does land on the list on Helldive.live on percentage-wise who's picking it, and I couldn't actually see it on the list at all. I know that it does get picked, but perhaps they just don't have that information. Maybe it's too low on the pecking order, which is a shame. Maybe it's because a lot of people don't have it. So maybe in the next few months it will go up the pecking order a bit because the Killzone Warbond has just been relaunched, or redropped a couple of months ago or last month. Yeah, I do like it against the bugs, depending on what I'm bringing, and it's my favourite assault rifle to bring against the squids, I would say. That and probably the Libby carbine, the Liberator carbine. Okay, so try to crouch there, but do a bit of a slide, which jeffs up my aiming, but no matter. Okay, so I can see he's smoking, so I must have done some damage. So just about managed to get to a bit of safety, but don't get the shot off, or at least not the killing shots. Okay, so there he goes. So the ultimatums coming in clutch for the flesh mobs, or meat boys. As you can see, most of the time just one hit and then you can finish them off with whatever else. But because I was carrying the package out, I just decided to launch another ultimatum at him. Maybe not the best idea, but you know, wanted to get moving quickly. So then decided to go for the outpost before dropping the parcel off or the package off. So tag that on the map so I can get moving. Stim, supplies, the usual. Reload the ultimatum.
Tactical asset nearby.
So come across the old SAM site here. Take care of the biggest threat first, which is the flying overseers. Little bit of cover, but also he's taking a bit of cover. Like a game of chess. It's probably more like Rock'em Sock'em Robot or whatever it was called. Okay, so get a Gatling Sentry down on that side. I'm hoping that's going to cover me while I get the SAM site done.
Have a taste of democracy. Tagging map. Dropping a pin.
Okay, my spidey sense must have been tingling there because I just noticed the other Seath, the regular Seath on the map. So I'll ping that and I'm going to head over there. Get that done because that might come in handy later. I don't think we've seen a single harvester up until this point, actually, thinking about it. Which was, you know, pretty nice, I guess. But the thing about the squids I find is that they're usually pretty calm until it starts to go crazy, and then when it starts to go crazy, it is next level crazy. So a little tack you can do here is to actually climb up this poor bastard's head. Find it pretty hilarious, to be honest. So you grab your shell and then just climb up his head for a bit of a shortcut. So you know he's doing his part for democracy, even in death. We thank you for your service. Yeah, so I think, if I remember rightly, I struggled to find the shells on this one, which is quite unusual.
Sending down sentry.
Oh yeah, high yield. We love to see that.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
So what I like to do with the Seath shells is put them in order as of best to worst. So if I've got a mini nuke, then I'll put the mini nuke in first,
Freedom forever!
then high yield, and then it will depend on what faction I'm going up against. So if I've got bugs, then the napalm would be third, but if I've got bots, I might put in the explosive, and then smoke will come before static field for me, because Smoke has a bit of destruction power, I think. So it can take out fabricators, for instance. Maybe bug holes. Whereas I don't think static can do that, if I remember rightly. I could be wrong there. Someone let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. There he is. Cheers, pal. Okay, so one of them was out of order, as you can see, but that's because I wanted to get the last two done quickly and just get out of there before the shit hits the fan. Which I'm surprised it didn't actually with the Seaf, because normally it does hit the fan. Especially when you're up against the Illumina and you're in those little suburb areas. Getting the Seaf done in the suburb area is like nigh on impossible. There's always patrols around. But yeah, out in the open, I guess probably not quite as difficult, and certainly not on this occasion. Okay, speak of the harvester, and thou shall appear. I'm not very good at hitting the weak spots on these guys. And unfortunately, 500 didn't tank it, but that's where the Ultimatum comes in clutch. Machine Gun Sentry out for those guys. Stim, because he's absolutely obliterated me. Pick up some more supplies while the machine gun or the Gatling Sentry goes to town. A couple of the old Crescent Overseers, the artillery to get rid of. Maybe just one, but they are really annoying as an enemy, I think. I mean, I can understand why they're there. I don't think they're broken. But I mean, the only trouble I guess I would have with them is how accurate they are, even when they can't see you in their line of sight. They just kind of fire into the general direction. Well, they should be firing into the general direction where you are, yet they always seem to know exactly where you are and land a couple of shots on your head. And they do quite a bit of damage as well.
Squid outpost spotted.
So I want to get moving here, and I think if I remember rightly, I throw a laser out. But I think it's just a one ship encampment, so probably a bit of a waste, to be honest, in hindsight. What was it? Yeah, it is a one ship encampment. I can see on the top right there. Probably just could have come over here with my 2 sentries down and done the job. But never mind. And you can actually see, I think, on the map, if you look closely enough, you can see how many ships are in the encampment. Yeah, so 500 out for those guys, and then I'll put it out of there. I guess it looks like just one encampment and the main objective left to do. It shouldn't be too difficult, should it? I mean, we're 25 minutes into this video now, and the video is 45 minutes long, so I'll let you guys do the maths.
Cancel that.
There's an encampment there, so I decided to take the package a bit further on and leave it in the direction where I'm going to be heading after I finish the encampment. Resupply down there, turret on the top, machine gun turret by the looks of things. That will cover me if I need to retreat. Gonna head in to do some damage.
Last
So Ultimatum for that one. Thermite for that one. I put 2 on edge just in case, and I know that I'm gonna have supplies when I get back. And Ultimatum for that one. So I guess the ultimatums do come in clutch when you want to rush in and out and get the old encampments done quickly. So then I throw another sentry down behind me. Because usually when you take out an encampment, there's a bunch of guys comes running after you.
Last reload.
Okay, so resupply, get fully stocked and head off.
Last reload.
Big miss.
I'm sorry. Freedom forever.
Main objective nearby.
Tagging map.
Deploying sentry.
So I'm hitting in with the machine gun there, and I don't know, because of perhaps the recoil or whatever, I think it might even be a better idea just to use the STA, the assault rifle, on the overseers.
How'd you like
I'm
to
not
taste
sure
of
if it's
freedom?
just my style of play or whatever, but I seem to take the overseers out quicker when I'm using the STA rather than the machine gun. Perhaps it just does more DPS. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is where the thermites kind of lack in the build, I think, or you know,
That's called
they
democracy.
show that the build is not quite where it could be. It's not well rounded enough. So if I could throw a couple of gas grenades down there, I think I'd be having a lot smoother time. As it is, I have to make an escape. And if you remember earlier what I was saying about the Illuminate are actually pretty chill until they're not. When they're about to get not. So throw a sentry down there. Excuse me. Hoping that they'll all run into that. And another one here.
Sending down sentry.
For prosperity.
Machine gun for this guy.
Deploying replacement.
Yeah. Death. Death is upon us.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Okay, don't manage to squish it, either of those dudes. Probably wouldn't have worked, even if I did land on them, to be honest. Ooh, don't know how I didn't die there, I'll be honest. And yeah, as I was saying, this is when things are getting pretty hairy. So throw out my final laser. Take him down. Resupply on the area, which probably was not a good idea. But yeah, hindsight, fantastic stuff.
Dropping a pin.
Okay, so at this point I probably should rotate, like just get out of there, reset, you know, fall back, get my bearings, get the enemies to chase me out of there. But I am a little bit stubborn at times, so I decide to see if I can fight it off. And then I've got every enemy and his dog on me at this point. Grab my supplies. I'm still kind of hanging on, I guess, but not really getting anything done, as you can see. Too much going on. The 500 in the middle. Trying to kind of regain the area. There's at least 2 watchers on the outskirts that are probably going to desperate to call in reinforcements.
Down sentry.
The trouble with the 500 I find is against the Illuminate is that the Illuminates generally tend to be quite scattered as an enemy. They'll be dotted about, so even the voteless, you know, they won't just be in one place. So it does become like the 500 is decent for the harvesters, but other than that, I mean, and even then, it doesn't always work, as you saw earlier. Didn't take him out. Same with most enemies for the 500. It's a 50-50, isn't it? So yeah, normally on my Illuminate runs I wouldn't bring a 500. I do like the idea of not bringing a support weapon though, and finding the machine gun. That's a pretty good idea. I've seen quite a few people do that. I don't think it's new or anything. But I guess that's why that was the case for the meta loadout, because people just weren't bringing support weapons. Okay, so still trying to cling on, still trying to fight everyone off. 30 minutes gone in the mission, there's still 15 minutes left, and I've only got this last objective to do, I think. Maybe there's one more thing to do after this, I'm not sure.
How'd you like the taste of...
I know, I've got the Cognitive Disruptor so far, I've got the SAM site, and I've got the regular sieve site, and I've killed the... I've killed the designated number of overseers, so that's all 4 done. So this literally is the last thing to get done. And again, I mean, you can see how long I've been here. My eagles are coming back again. And it's at this point I think I'm thinking, right, I've just got to get the fuck out of Dodge here. Do the classic recycle, or not recycle, sorry, rotate. Right, get some supplies. Actually didn't want to open my map there, but I think it was a bit of an accident. Yeah, the laser is another one. There's another one for the build I wouldn't bring. I'd probably bring strafing run, because strafing runs can take out the harvester shields and also actually kill them. So that would be a change I would make. The other thing you could do is bring cluster bombs instead of eagles. Sorry, Eagle 500 instead of the Eagle 500. Cluster bomb instead of the Eagle 500. That's a great way of clearing chaff. I'd probably still bring Ultimatum depending on what my build was. I do like the Warrant pistol against this faction now, because it's a great way of taking care of these little bastards. And also for finishing off the flying overseers as well. Okay, so another drop. So it's quite apparent that I'm not getting anything done at this point. I'm hoping I'm going to start my rotation soon. Probably should have killed him off a lot earlier, because he's causing a lot, or has been causing a lot of damage.
You will never destroy our way of life.
Okay, so looks like I'm a lot dumber than I remember. I'm going back in again. Maybe I just see those guys and I'm like, fuck it.
never destroy our way of life.
No, still clinging on to hope. The little diver that could.
Liberty returns, locked and loaded. Attack underway.
Managed to stick him. That's pretty tasty.
Deploying sentry. 5 minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver. No one trying to rearm.
Say hello to democracy.
I mean, I'm not dying, but I'm not getting anything done either. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm still here. Yeah, lesson to be learned, guys. Do not be stubborn or persistent when there's no need to be. Kind of like a big game of chase at the minute, I guess. You're never gonna get this. You're never gonna get this. Okay, please just get out of there now. Oi. More terrible driving. Remember, guys, it is okay to run away sometimes. I guess. I think it is.
Sending down sentry.
Yeah, hoping that they're all chasing me down that avenue while I rotate. Looks like it on the map at least. Throw down a couple of sentries to cover my ass. Make my way around, hopefully pick up a couple of bits of ammo or whatnot on the way. Don't know how that overseer made it past 2 sentries,
Found
but
something.
guess he did.
Have a taste of democracy.
Well, it must have done, obviously.
Dropping a pin.
Okay, so here you go, rotated back round. Looks like there's only possibly 1 enemy in there on the map. Obviously, it's a Crescent Overseer, the most annoying bastard going. Actually, I'll say he's the most annoying bastard. They're all the most annoying bastards, depending on which one's on your ass or not, I guess. Okay, so if only I'd have done that 15 minutes earlier, right?
Last reload.
Where's he appear from? Who knows?
Helldiver lost.
Eliminated.
Replacement. Request approved. Deploying
And the
reinforcements.
meat glob's not even dead.
Point me to the enemy.
Ping that while I still have the chance. At the top with my machine gun sentry. Grab some supplies to get moving. Try and take him out. No dice. So I think at this point I was thinking, oh my god, this is a cursed run.
Get some. Get 'em.
Yeah, which, let's be honest, partly my fault for not rotating earlier. But there is a lot of shit going on. Can't seem to get 2 minutes to do anything. Which again, as I said earlier, the Illuminate are fine until they're not. Okay, thought I had another stage to do on the mission, but obviously I was wrong. Or perhaps it just glitched out. I think the game maybe took pity on me. Said, you've had enough, mate. Go on. Go home.
Sending down Sentry.
So debating whether to get some more supplies, but nah. Let's just get out of there.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
30 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure what took him out. It might have been the Samseef. I don't think it was. I don't think it was a sentry, unless there's still one hanging around from when I put one down earlier. But I don't think so. They tend to just shuffle back underground after a time period. It's not always just once it runs out of bullets. So there's 0 time left on the clock now. So I throw down one more resupply. And the auto extraction has kicked in. We've got just over 2.5 minutes to defend extraction. So yeah, you can see just how accurate the STA is. And for me, apart from that shot, obviously, hideous. For me, it's one of the best assault rifles for accuracy. Okay, so big drop coming in. And I'm just going to basically run in circles trying to get them to chase after me, because I've got no access to anything other than my weapons. I keep my distance as much as possible from the Crescent Overseers. I'm sure they'll land a couple of shots on my head even from back there. And even though they don't know where I am exactly.
Found something.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Doing a bit of ducking and weaving there, not on purpose, all down to the rocks. Thermite for that guy. I think I missed. Yep, or it didn't stick. One of the two. Probably missed. Although I do find it annoying when the thermites don't stick, to be fair. Bit of a pet peeve. Apparently you have to hold it for a second so you let the spikes deploy. But I find that to be a bit bullshitty, to be honest. I think they should, you know, as soon as you bring them out of wherever you keep them, they should be ready to deploy. You know, let's say you've got a button to press so that they deploy. You're going to be pressing it as you're pulling it out. You know, as a Helldiver, you should be pretty skilled in that motion, right? Pull and press, ready to go. You know, you're not some mug. You're a Helldiver. Okay, so I've done a pretty good job of running away from everything. We're kind of running and fighting. You can't just run away. Down to the last couple of clips on the SDA, I think, which is obviously where the siege ready armor is coming extremely clutch just for this moment. So Pelican 1's dropping. Hopefully just get straight on and go. But obviously, you know, I just want to have a couple more shots before I get on. Try and take some of these bastards out. But yeah, there we go, guys. That's the almost meta build for the Squids. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this the build you take for the Squids? You know, what changes do you make when you go, or do you have something completely different? As I said, overall I thought it was, you know, it works. It's not the best build. It did work, but it was a huge struggle. I definitely would have changed the Eagle 500 to the cluster perhaps, and I would have changed the laser maybe to a strafe depending on what else I brought. And I usually bring the guard dog, the bullet guard dog, and I usually take maybe the heavy machine gun. but it might be worth taking something else and then looking for like the regular machine gun on the map. So maybe I'll try that out myself next time when I'm playing the Squids. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let's check the numbers out. So at least 3 deaths, I think, maybe 4. Okay, there we are. Thanks again, guys. Take it easy.